My name is Dejuan Sims, and you're watching The Sideline Show.
Everybody, listen up!
It's The Sideline Show.
Long go, rebound box, back out to Allen, his three-pointer, bang! Everybody's ready to go. He's ready to go. I'm ready to go, and you're ready to go.
Introducing now the host of The Sideline Show, Jackson Prince.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? You are watching The Sideline Show, and I am your host, Jackson Prince, and today we are in half court of Duncanville High School, the OG arena that you guys see in all of these videos and stuff. Man, I got a guy here who is the first Juco athlete we've had on the show. Good friend of mine, been playing with and against each other a lot. And, yeah, man, I just wanted to bring him on, talk a little bit about the Juco side of basketball, talk some more about AAU and all things like that. So I got my man, DJ Sims. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? You good?
Man, I'm good, man. Shoot, man, you know how the transfer portal is, bro. It's a lot of work, a lot of calling coaches, trying to figure some stuff out. But, yeah, man. Yeah. What about you, man? How you been?
I'm good. Yeah, I can't complain.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think, you're playing in Juco basketball, Southeast Arkansas, right?
Yep, Southeast Arkansas.
What has Juco been like for you?
It's the trenches, bro. Like,
yeah.
like people would be like we young. Like people be like, you don't want to go Juco. Like it's not. Like people exaggerate, but no, like it's real life. Like it's like real life trenches. You feel like you're on an island. Like
I feel because, I just spent the year at Texas.
Yeah.
So for me, I never thought that like it was the trenches, but practices were hard, but there's also a lot more like regulation, and you can't practice X amount of hours, and you can't do certain things. But I've heard horror stories about Juco, and it's like
there's no rules.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say there's rules, but like there's nobody. Like the NCAA does a really good job at keeping everybody in check to some degree, right? Like you get some type of consequence if you do something you're not supposed to.
Right.
In Juco, there's no one's gonna put you in place unless someone tells. And so it's a situation where like you will find yourself doing some of the craziest things. That's like
Well, what I've seen too is like there's a lot of really good players who play Juco basketball, and sometimes it's whether it's like because of grades, but now what I'm starting to see is high school kids, you'll have really, really good high school players, but because the transfer portal is a thing and you got all these dudes moving around in the portal, now you're going to have this pipeline of high school kids having to go Juco, even though they may be a D2 or a D1 player. But then now they're having to go Juco because college coaches are just grabbing kids out of the portal as opposed to picking up freshmen.
Exactly, man. It's hard. It's hard for everybody. That portal done messed it up for everybody.
Yeah.
Even us. Like now we got to deal with, like you said, like really good high school kids who you shouldn't be playing Juco basketball, but now you come here, you compete for a spot, and trying to get it done in 1 year because nobody wants to be there for the full 2.
Yeah.
So it's just that portal definitely messed it up for everybody, man.
Yeah, man. And you probably felt that a little bit because like we played against each other in high school, and like I always thought you were nice. You know what I mean? And so does that like knowing that? Does that affect your mentality as far as how you approach the game?
At first, it used to be real frustrating because you see so many people, so many of your peers getting opportunities that you wish you got.
Yeah.
But eventually you get to a point where like you just realize like that's not the path God had for you. So you just got to stick with that path.
Yeah.
I think that it's definitely hard to get to that mental point though, especially when you see it yourself. Like you will see a guy who pop out with an offer. You'll see I play with him every single day. I know his work ethic. I know him as a dude. Like he cool, but he's not a high major kid. He's not a low major kid.
Right.
And then you see him pop out with it. And you can't hate. You can hate, but that ain't gonna get you nowhere. So it's one of them situations where it's just like you just gotta trust your own turn. And when you heard that as a youngin', when people used to tell you like, nah, bro, you gotta wait your own turn, like your own path, you like, come on, bro, like my friend finna go to Duke. My friend finna do this.
Man.
So for somebody in your shoes, my question to you, right? Somebody in your shoes, because our school, we had guys who went high major, you know what I'm saying? We had guys da-da-da.
Yeah.
But PV produces those type of dudes, right?
Yeah.
So for a guy like you who still ended up going high major, you know what I'm saying? But what was that process like?
Man.
When you seen your guys popping out. And I know some guys that you were probably in the gym with, you're like, what?
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. It's crazy because I'm literally playing with All Americans.
Exactly.
So like
that was the biggest,
my whole thought during high school was, if I'm playing with All-Americans and I'm getting on the court with All-Americans, well, then I should be doing that at the next level. And luckily, I was able to play in front of, the first, like, in high school, you've got the first day of, like, the open period when coaches can come and watch practice. Bro, it looked like an AAU game. We got college coaches all down the sideline, all on the baseline, all down the other sideline. It's legit 50 coaches in the gym. So I'm playing and practicing in front of the Arizonas and the Texas and Duke and K-State. Like, I'm practicing in front of those guys. So I'm thinking when I went to Texas, it was just like, this is just who I am. Like, nothing is different because this is who I've been playing with. This is who I've been playing against my entire high school career. So now I just got to do it at this level. And even then, we've got guys who I play with on Duncanville, and they're going Juco, right? They're going NAIA, but those guys can play. It's just because they were at Duncanville, they didn't get a whole lot of opportunity because you going to take minutes from Anthony Black? You going to take minutes from Ron Holland?
Exactly.
Like, are you going to take minutes from Eric?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to take minutes from those guys. So for me, I was content with being, if there's 36 minutes in a high school game, I was content with 18 minutes. 15 minutes, because I knew I was going to get in. I was going to get 9 or 12 off of straight threes, and that's my whole game. And I'm cool with that as long as we're winning. And whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen.
I think PB did a great job. Like, when I used to watch y'all play, I think PB did a great job of allowing y'all to kind of, because a lot of y'all games, everybody's coming for y'all head, right?
Facts.
So a lot of y'all games were high intense moments. I think PB did a really good job of you and what's his name? Left-handed, can really, really shoot the ball.
Bug. Yeah.
Bug. When you guys were both developing, especially when Bug was developing, he did a really good job of throwing y'all in the mix.
Facts.
When it's a 58-60 point game, 58 to 60 game.
Yeah.
And y'all are in there and y'all are in the moment, embracing it, building y'all up.
One thing, and you can probably agree with this too, like, the way that you get in the game is if you put trust in your head coach.
I agree.
That's the only way you can actually play,
That
especially at the level
yeah.
that we're playing at. We're playing at the next level, which is something that a lot of guys don't get to do. Whether it be Juco, NAIA, D2, or Power 5 D1, like, we're getting an opportunity to play at the next level, and that's because we know how to put trust in our head coaches.
Yes, that relationship that you build with your head coach is probably gonna be one of the most important things that you in general.
Yeah.
I call my head coach by I have any problem in life, I call him.
Yeah.
In general, man, and that's when it kind of shifted for me playing wise as well. You know what I'm saying? When you build that relationship with them, they begin to trust you more.
Facts.
Not only off the court, but then on the court. Now when you sit on the bench and they look at the clock and they need somebody to go in, they're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go with my guy.
Yeah.
Not only because I trust him on the court, but I can trust him off the court. So I think that building that relationship with your coach is so important. It's so important. And like you said, at every level, you don't just want to do it when you get to a Power 5. You just don't want to do it when you get to a Juco because you need him to get you somewhere.
Right.
You want to do that everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Those relationships last so long.
Yeah, because high school, you went to where'd you go? I'm blanking.
Legacy.
Yeah, I knew that. And y'all had a good coach
Mitch,
who,
man.
y'all had a really good coach who produced college guys.
That staff was a great
so,
staff.
you knew what that looked like.
Yeah, that staff
And
was
you
a
had to
great
play, you had to play us. And he's telling y'all to pick us up 94 feet.
Imagine him telling you pick Ron Holland up 94.
You can't pick up Ron
Can't
94
pick up
feet.
Ron Holland 94 feet, but you got somebody screaming at you, pick Ron Holland up 94
I tried
feet.
to do it every day for 4 years. I never succeeded.
You know our halftime speech was against y'all?
What?
You know we had Isaiah Manning?
Yeah.
And I think Ron had 20. And Zay had, I think Ron had 20 and
At
Zay
half?
had half. I think Zay had 12. And Zay, if you guys don't know, he's a TCU commit, high major guy. And our half-game speech, our coach was basically like, I would never let – how we say I would never let a man do that to me, our coach was basically like, I would never let – if I'm the best player in the gym, I would never let the other best player in the gym have 20. And Zay turned it up, man. Our Coach Mitchell,
Yeah.
Coach Mitchell was crazy.
Bro, y'all almost gave us a loss on our senior night. Like, oh, my gosh, dude. Because we played here, and it was – that was just such a long game, bro. Because our heads were not where it was supposed to be. Because we had all the playoff thing happen too.
Yep.
So, the whole playoff situation happened. We weren't allowed to go back, and we're just ready for the season to be over. We're all tired. It's senior night. We're all frustrated and all this other stuff. You know, Ron finna go off to the G League and do his thing. Like, we're just trying to be done. Next thing we know, it's like, dang, we're down 6 with 6 minutes left. What we doing, bro? Like, yeah. And we had lost one game my senior year to that damn West Lynn team in Oregon. But I'm like, there's no way we're about to leave on a loss, bro.
Yeah.
And we ended up only winning by like 5.
Mitchell convinced you to do stuff you never thought you can do, man.
Yeah.
And you would say, in your mind, you would say you can't. And something out there, man, gonna make you figure it out.
Facts.
So I remember you just mentioned like y'all had coaches everywhere. Do you have a story? Because I know I have a story from my first, I'd say about my junior year. Like you said, that first open practice, every coach who can be there gonna try to be there, especially if you got good guys with you. So we had Keon Williams, we had Isaiah Manning, we had Wayne Wiggins. That's when Jaden Brown was doing their thing.
Yeah.
So we had a bunch of guys. You know what I'm saying? Coaches wanted. So we in the gym, but that's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to make something out of it. Even if they don't know you, it's an opportunity to make something out of it, right? So everybody's playing hard. Everybody going their hardest. Coach got us guarding. We guarding full court each other. We playing hard, no out of bounds. So people running in the walls, trash cans, they knocking each other over. And I remember, I can still tell you the coach who was there. TCU was there. Abilene Christian, UTA was there, Tech, OSU, all these schools. I think I reach for the ball to get a steal from Isaiah. I get the steal. I run down to get a layup. He blocks it off the glass. I'm not going for that in front of all the coaches. So I'm sprinting back. He throws it up ahead. It was like a give and go. Throws it up ahead. They throw it back. I jump. I'm on the ground, man. 2 hands. He's standing over me yelling. I think he got that TCU offer after that too. Yeah.
Nah, that's a tough one, bro. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I had very many negative stories. You know what? I did, which is crazy because I ended up getting a call from them. Boston College was here, and we had practice in here. And I remember saying, because they stopped and talked to me before practice, and they were like, hey, Jay Prince, what's going on? You know, I had a horrible practice. Like, we're doing drills, and I couldn't hit shots in drills. And I'm just like, oh, my gosh, bro. And it's not just BC there. I mean, it's TCU and Oklahoma State and Arizona. Like, they're all lined up. But I'm just missing shots left and right. I just can't hit anything. And then we're running some action where I have to come off a DHO. And Ron is guarding me. And I set up Ron, little Reggie Miller push-off, come off the DHO, and I raise up over Cam Barnes. And I raise up over him. We were scrimmaging. Game was tied, and that was the game-winning shot for that scrimmage. I felt like that one shot erased everything that I had done wrong, like, all before that. My junior year, we had AB. Now, even though AB was suspended, he was still practicing with us every day. So he was in the rotation. And I remember I made it a point to do this, like, out loud in front of everyone. At that time, I was becoming a better defender. I was never, like, a great defender, but I was getting better. So I told everyone in the gym, I was like, y'all move. I got AB 94 today. Bro, everyone was like, Jay Prince, what you on, bro? Like, bro. So I'm like, nah, man, I 94 feet. Let's do it. So first play, AB gets the ball. He gets it in that corner over there, and I'm all over him. Now, he's 6'8". I'm 6'1" at best. I'm trying to guard him. He just blows by me like I'm not there, and I run and get a back tip. You couldn't tell me anything for the rest of the day. I was talking so crazy because I got that back tip. Yeah. And, like, I'm not fast. So me getting a back tip on a hustle play on defense, I mean, that was like, yeah. I felt like that dude, though. But, I mean, the days where open practice, like, with college coaches there, I mean, that day, September 27th of every year was about that time. Man, we had that day circled.
Yeah, those are the days you remember, man. The days that matter. The days you see it as an opportunity.
Yeah. So what do you think? I have a favorite between high school ball and AAU. what are your thoughts on like getting exposure in AAU?
Now?
Yeah. Or like when you play. We'll talk about now here in a minute.
Okay, so when I played, it was definitely like AAU.
Yeah.
Right? When I played, I think the last year, that's when they started doing the TABC, John. Where where all the coaches would come out, and that's where high school. But the only way you really get exposure in high school is your coach make a call, or you got buzz in the city, so the local coach is going to come pop out and see you.
Facts.
So the biggest thing, when I was in Leeson school, you want to get on the circuit team.
Yeah.
Right? You could play AAU for nobody, but the goal, when it really mattered, was circuit basketball. You get on the Adidas circuit, you get on the EYBL.
Yeah.
You get on the Under Armour.
Right.
Right. That's when Moutier had his team.
Yeah.
So you wanted the best people was playing on those teams, right?
Right.
Those are the people who get O's. And you will have a guy who will play for an independent team who's really good, and he'll have a couple here and there.
But I feel like
that.
the only good independent team, Showtime was independent, but now they're UA Rise. But 3D.
Agreed.
I feel like 3D was like
3D was a really good independent. There was a Houston team that was really good.
Beast Up was good when Sykes played.
Beast Up.
But
it's like one
outside
here
of
or
that,
there.
yeah.
It's really about the coach and what he can. Like the tournaments y'all are playing in. Like 3D did a really good job of putting AD in them against the best guys in Texas.
Yeah.
AB in them against the best guys in Texas.
And then the next year it was Garrick. And then Garrick Norman, he was a monster in high school.
He did a really good job when they picking their tournaments. A lot of independent teams, they don't play good. You don't play good tournaments. So averaging 20 against somebody who's not that good, it's not going to really get you anywhere. At least when we played.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Showtime has me come back and talk to their guys every year. And, you know, I'll talk to them at a camp or I'll talk to them at a practice right before a live period. And I was just talking to them maybe a month ago. And I told them, look, man, one, y'all are on UA Rise. UA Rise is trash. You're not going to get great exposure. So if you have a coach who is sitting there watching you play, man, like, you better do all the things right, because that might be your only shot.
Was UA Rise the thing? I think UA Rise came that last year, didn't it?
It was like, I think my 16U summer was the first one, was the first UA Rise. And I remember we were invited to do it. But, I mean, it just wasn't very good, man. We were playing, because, you know, you see all the videos, like, where Jalen Suggs and them played at.
Yep.
We played one game in that gym on the very back court, and then we played all of our games in a separate gym where zero coaches were watching. So I was going crazy in UA Rise. I was shooting like 71% from three for the first like two events, but we were playing in a gym where no one was watching us, so it was like I didn't gain anything from that.
Yeah, it's kind of like gold with 3SB. That's kind of how their thing is.
Yeah.
I play what was that? My 16U. I played with Team Nation. We played 3SB is right next to the door, but you in a auxiliary gym, back gym.
Yes.
We had coaches pop out, but
yeah. And like you hear like the Ja Morant stories.
Yeah, but
like you hear that stuff, but that stuff doesn't just happen.
It don't happen.
Yeah.
That's God.
Yeah. Facts.
God.
Like this is Ja Morant, bro.
Yeah. I would have offered Ja Morant.
Like you're not gonna walk past an auxiliary gym and see me raise up over someone.
What he doing?
Like,
he can shoot. Hold on.
Yeah, like you gonna see me hit a spot up corner three.
Like, oh, hold on, let me sit down for a second.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, oh, he's a white kid in the corner, like he's supposed to hit corner threes. Nah, bro, but I think in the last 2 years that we played AAU, it just started getting bad, man. Like, I just don't appreciate AAU basketball the way I used to.
Because everybody was good.
Everyone was good. And if you weren't good, you couldn't play AAU.
Yeah, you couldn't. Like, you weren't on a – like, when we used to go watch it, I know for me, example, a good friend of mine, our 16U, he played for Southern.
Yeah.
And they had Keontae. They had the whole nine, right? And they played – actually, I remember they played in this for that opener.
Yeah.
And that's back then where teams were put together. Good kids wanted to play with other good kids. So teams were put together, and the best of the best are competing to win something that really don't matter. But it's just about pride, and it's just about this. I think nowadays there's so many teams out here, oh, he doesn't want to play with him, so I'm going to make my own team. Or my son doesn't get playing time on this team, so we're going to create our own team and get all his friends. And it's just so oversaturated to where now the only good basketball you'll watch is on a circuit.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, like, because I've seen both sides of the coin. Because I played with Showtime on UA Rise, and at first with Showtime, like, early, I was the guy all the way through. I'd say 16U is when it kind of, like, shifted. But Then we started bringing in all these other players, and I felt it. Like, I was kind of frustrated. Like, oh, I went from shooting literally 15 to 18 shots a game to now I'm only shooting 6. And, like, 6 shots. Really, I only need 6 shots to score 12 points, but, like, that's about what I was doing. And, I mean, I felt that drop off, and I felt frustrated with it, but we were winning more games.
Exactly.
So it's like it's the trade-off because in AAU now, if you're playing on a shoe circuit team, if you don't win, your team doesn't even have a chance to get offers.
Yeah, you're not going to get a recruiter. Nobody wants to lose. That's the biggest thing they teach us in Juco. Like, when they get there, they tell you, like, you can come here and you can play, and you can average 20, but no one's going to recruit a loser.
Facts.
Like, we gotta make playoffs.
Like, you know how many Jucos there are, bro?
So many. Nobody's going to recruit a loser.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to bring in a guy who's already trying to beat the odds, and then he's losing. Like, you got to make playoffs. Like, you'll get a little offer here and there, but, like, where do you want to end? If you want to go to a school that you want to go to, you know what I'm saying? You got to be a winner.
Right.
In all aspects.
Yeah.
I think one of the best things, and you probably understand this too, one of the best things you can do in basketball is learn how to play with other good players.
Facts.
So then when you become good and you're that good player, it's better for you and your teammates.
Well, I look at dudes in high school who average 17, 18, 25. I look at these guys, and I really sit here and I ask myself, are they capable of playing with other good dudes? That's one. Two, when they're not shooting the ball well, are they going to be able to keep their composure and actually win a basketball game? Or do they have to score 30 for them to win? If they have to score 30, if that one player has to score 30 for y'all to win,
College is going to be rough.
Like, how?
College is going to be rough.
Well, I'm just sending 2 people at them, and then they're not going to win anymore. College is going to be rough.
College is going to be rough.
Because you're not going to. I mean, your freshman year, were you shooting the types of shots to score 30?
My freshman year, I was running corner. Now, every once in a while, you're a freshman, they let you make mistakes. So every once in a while, you can, you know what I'm saying, you can do something crazy, take a crazy shot, da-da-da. As long as they go in, nobody going to say nothing. As long as they go in, nobody going to say nothing. But realistically, that transition, you become a whole new player. You get to reevaluate yourself when you go to college, right? So if you're a high school guy, and of course, if you're a 5-star and you're being recruited to a school, like, of course, your job, they want you to come in and do that.
Yeah, we weren't 5 stars.
For the regulars who just, you know what I'm saying, were fortunate enough to make it to the next level just by basically working towards it, you come into a program that kind of already has everything, so you just want to fit in, get in where you fit in. So the best thing you can do is you're shooting corner shots, you're guarding, you're doing stuff you probably wouldn't do in high school, but you want to play. If that's what's important to you, playing. And then as time develops, you get that rope where you get to, now I got the ball, it's 24 seconds on the shot clock, I got the ball, I'm bringing it down, now I can hit them with and then I get to shoot it, and now they got to get back, and they got to get the rebound.
Right.
It's just that you got to make that switch again where you got to redevelop.
Yeah.
Which is good for some people. Like, for me, it was good having the opportunity to restart, get an opportunity to kind of change the type of player you are, change the type of game you have. For some, it's bad because some can't handle it. Man,
I had that, but, like, the opposite way. So, for me, obviously in high school, I would say 92% of my shots in high school were from the three-point line. I mean, that's what I was known in the city for. That's what I did. I felt like I was the best in the country at doing it. I get to college, and my second day, we're doing 3-on-2, 2-on-1. Drill that we did at Duncanville a lot, drill that you do in AAU a lot. It's routine for me.
Exactly.
All of my coaches that I had told me if I'm dribbling the ball back on a 2-on-1 and the defender is still in the paint when I reach that three-point line,
shoot it.
Forget passing it, shoot the transition 3 because that's your layup. It's like, all right, bet. So I'm shooting transition 3s in AAU and in high school. Like, I got clips of me with Ron running on the backside and everyone saying, lob, 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 up. It's going up. So second or third day in college, we're doing that drill, routine shot, 2-on-1, up, laced it. Coach blows the whistle and cusses me out crazy in front of the whole team and is like, if you ever shoot that BS again, I'm going to yank your ass up out this gym. I made it.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm looking at him. Obviously, I'm the new guy. I'm a freshman redshirt walk-on. Like, that's already 3 strikes, so I just got to be like, yes, sir, and just keep playing.
Exactly.
But in my head, I'm like, this is what I do.
Yeah.
1, I made it. 2, like, that's a 65% shot for me. So why am I not getting to shoot this ball? Now, I'm going in there. I got Dylan Mitchell sitting in the paint, and I got to go try to make a 2-foot layup over him. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have hang time like that. I'm not moving the ball in the air. What are we doing?
Yeah.
So now it's like drive in, pump fake, dish off. It's like I can't even play my game. But then over the course of the year, I started to get I became more of a hooper in this last year than I did in really all of high school. Because in high school, I came in as a hooper.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know. Like, I came into high school as a hooper. I was going to come off of ball screens. I was going to take ISOs, and I was going to go get buckets. High school, it was, like, boxed up. And then in college, now I'm like, I'm trying to re-identify myself as a player. Like, am I really a hooper who's going to go get buckets, or am I strictly just a shooter, or can I start mixing it up a little bit? So
that transition of, like going into college, you come out of there a hooper.
Yeah.
Like, you just come out like, because you realize you just got to, I mean, that's the only way you're going to score. You just got to get a bucket.
Yeah.
So having that, and then when from the outside, we see it, they like, oh, 3 dribbles, da-da-da-da, which all makes sense, but you just get in college, you just get to it. You just really
Everyone's
get to it.
good.
Everybody's good.
Even at the Juco level.
Everybody's good.
Everybody's good.
Everybody's good.
And, I mean, how are you supposed to – like, I'm all for running strong offensive sets and taking as few dribbles as possible. I'm 100%, like, all for that. That's what I try to do. But at some point, like, you got to be able to just wave them off and go get you
We got
one.
2 plays.
Yeah. Yeah.
And 1 play.
Bro, how big was y'all's playbook?
And
As far as plays
freshman
that y'all
year,
actually ran.
2 plays.
Really?
You got 2 plays. Wow. You got we call it the Nuggets play, where we have 2 guys, two corners, then the bigger flash. You kick it, you pass it to them, and you get the ball back.
Yeah.
Right. Off of that, you hoop.
And you just
You
like
clear
X
your,
off of them?
you clear your side out. You clear your side out. And you hoop. Like, a lot of times, and then the second play was literally you throw the ball up. If they don't shoot it, it's just a play just to have the ball moving.
Really?
But in Juco, it's just like the goal is to get everybody out, and nobody's gonna get out playing systematic basketball because no coach.
Really?
It's hard. Some JUCOs run systematic basketball, like Collin County, for example. They do it a lot. But I know for us, like, our coach emphasizes us hooping and just playing free. Just don't be a robot. Like, just going to get it.
That sounds all right, man.
It
That sounds all right, but do you
It sounds
ever –
all right till you make mistakes.
Facts, yeah.
When you make mistakes, you like, I'm just hooping, but you gotta make shots. Because when you just hooping, like, a lot of us, you're gonna find yourself taking a tough shot.
Yeah.
You're gonna find yourself taking a step back. You're gonna find yourself doing something crazy.
Yeah.
But you like, I'm just hooping. But those type of shots you gotta make in order for it to be like, oh, okay. Like we said, building that trust with your coach. Where it's like,
right.
Oh, okay, he makes those. He may have missed out, but he makes those.
Yeah.
So I remember coming in just hooping, right, trying to find that rhythm. When you're not hitting,
Yeah.
it feel like the world is just like just down.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't have that trust.
Man, dude, it was tough for me this year because I redshirted, so I never checked into a game, and some practice was my games, and I remember I'd make 1 or 2 mistakes in practice. I'd get subbed out of practice, and I'd get sidelined, not going back in. It'd be like it'd be a period of like 3 or 4 days before I'd even touch the court again, and it was just so like confidence draining. I was really questioning if I could hoop, and then I'd get into the workouts or I'd get into pickup games, and like, okay, no, I can actually hoop. It's just, it's some politics, especially at the D1 level, and it's like I'm not going to take minutes away from Max.
It's politics everywhere. Man.
Like that, I'm not going to take minutes away from Max. So there's no, and like there's no question. Max A. Smith is a better player. He's a better scorer, more experience, all these things. I'm not going to take minutes from him. I'm not going to take minutes from Kendall. It's like I just got to sit here and watch, bro. Like
politics everywhere, man.
Yeah.
It's politics everywhere. That's the bad part about. That's the good and bad part about basketball. When it's on your side, it's good. When it's not on your side, then politics is like.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing you can do is be realistic with yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's what helped me a lot get through this past year. Just being realistic, like being just realistic with yourself. Just being honest. Like, come on, bro. Like, this is my situation. This is what I've done. Like, what do I expect out of it? That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So for you, Texas, you know what I'm saying? That's big time.
Yeah.
From here, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
From a good, like we got a lot of guys who get out, but
Yeah. Well, I was
That's-
like, that's what I was telling myself. Regardless
Big
of
time.
whatever struggle I was going through, I was like, man, I know 100 dudes in my phone who would kill me to be in my position.
Big
So, like,
time.
don't complain about it.
Big
you know?
time.
Yeah. So, we've talked a lot about realistic basketball.
okay.
This is a topic that, like, really weighs on my heart, bro. And it's this new generation of AAU
Okay.
where we're looking at the team like Rod Wave Elite.
Okay.
Give me your thoughts on Rod Wave Elite, and then I'm gonna go on my rant.
I think from an entertainment standpoint, right, it's good. Like it's from an entertainment standpoint, it's good. It definitely is something you can sit down and be like, okay, this is entertainment. But for the game of basketball, I think that it's just kind of doing the opposite of what the game is. You're pulling kids from everywhere which way, you know what I'm saying? They're playing in tournaments for the sole purpose of content, for the sole purpose of laughs, for the sole purpose of like there's no main focus. There's no main focus of it. It's more of like a, hey, do you want to hoop? All right, come put on this jersey and hey, we're gonna rock out, and then who cares?
Yeah.
And I think that I don't want to say, I think that team is one of the reasons AAU is kind of in the shift that it is.
Mm-hmm.
Not that team specifically. I think it's one of the big reasons of a lot of what's going on when it comes to AAU. Just being able to kind of do that.
Yeah.
I think the owner Cam he's a competitive guy, but when I don't know how to explain it. Like,
Yeah. It's okay. I think Rod Wave Elite is bad for basketball. Period. Now, that doesn't mean I don't like Rod Wave Elite. I actually love Rod Wave Elite.
it's entertaining. It's fun. It's funny to watch. Entertainment.
No, I actually love Rod Wave Elite because I'm a social media guy. I'm a content creator. This is what I do. I'm sitting here talking on camera right now. I think Cam Wilder is a genius. However, there's a couple problems I have with it. He's taking kids who are actually good basketball players, and he's putting them in situations where there's no possible way that they can succeed except for the fact that they get followers and they can build a brand. That's the only way that they can succeed, as opposed to the traditional route where you got guys who are going to come to high school, they're going to play high school ball, they're going to play AAU ball, work to get themselves a college scholarship, and then from that college scholarship, they'll be able to go out into life and do whatever they do. I think Rod Wave Elite is bad for that side of basketball. I don't think it's pure basketball. It's all showcase. It's all YouTube. I think Cam Wilder is a genius because he found a way to take all of these really good basketball players, get them to buy into him and say, because we're all high school kids, what do we want? Girls,
shoes,
money, followers.
a little change and some followers.
Like, that's what we want. So he found a way to say, okay, well, I'm going to get you recognized,
You're gonna get
and
recognized.
I'm going to get you followers, and I'm going to get you all of this exposure, and with all of that will come the money and the girls. And you get to hoop while doing it. Cam Wilder, he's a genius because he found a way to do that. Also, he's making 6 figures a month off of this YouTube money off of these kids.
Monetize.
So, like, I'm looking at it from his point of view. I mean, he's doing it right. What I don't like is when he says that he's doing it for the kids. No, you're not. Because why? I have friends who have played on Rod Wave Elite, guys who are good players. I'm friends with Noah Newman, Nelson's older brother. Noah Newman is a bucket, and he can really play. But is Cam paying him to be on the team? Not publicly. I don't know. But from what I'm Beckham just went and played with him, right? Beckham didn't get paid to do that. But Cam Wilder is going to make 6 figures because he had Beckham Black on his team. Okay. So these players aren't getting paid from him, but they're getting all these followers. And because they get all of this attention in the short term, they think it's a win for them. Me as a college coach, I'm never, ever, ever going to go watch Rod Wave Elite play.
Ever.
And you know how college coaches think.
Ever.
ever. I'm never going to go watch college coaches play.
Yeah, I would never do
They've
that.
got 20-year-olds on their roster. They've got the fans. They have built a culture to where if a dude misses a free throw, the entire gym calls them a sorry-ass bitch. That's good for basketball. How?
It's not.
And you're building a culture where the only thing that's cool is to get dunks and then make obscene gestures to the camera, or get mad at the ref and pull his shirt up over his head. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only thing that's cool about basketball now. You know what it is, bro?
Antics.
It's youth version of Harlem Globetrotters. That's what it is, except it's not a clean show.
Exactly.
What I think is they should have their own league.
He should start his own.
They should have their own
He
league.
should start his own league.
Because OTE is kind of doing a
How do you feel
similar
about
thing.
OT? We can get to that.
Like, bro, like, go play in that.
Exactly.
And I feel like there's two routes that you can take with this basketball thing. I think you can go, one, the traditional route, which, you know, you're trying to go to the NBA.
Okay.
The second route is a dude like me who's not going to go play in the NBA, and that's totally fine. Being a showcase basketball player and getting the YouTube viewership, getting the social media viewership, and bringing people to the games because they know that I'm going to post a video about the game. That's the second route. For this type of player, I think it's perfect. Rod Wave Elite is perfect for that type of player who is never going to go play professional basketball. But if you have dreams of playing pro, I don't think you should go play for Rod Wave Elite. I think it's only detrimental to who you are as a player. And if you want a college coach to take you seriously, I mean, I just don't see how that works. Like, I love it. I like the antics.
Definitely
But
good from an entertainment standpoint.
entertainment standpoint, it's awesome. Social media, it's great.
Social media is great.
I mean, generates a lot of money, generates a lot of ad revenue, generates a lot of viewership. It's about all it's good for, though. Like, don't bring that to Duncanville Fieldhouse, bro. Like,
Were you there for that event?
no, bro. I wasn't gonna go watch that. I was watching my brother go. I was watching my brother play some good basketball. That's what I was doing. Nah,
It's a
man.
lot of antics, man. Like you said, it's like Harlem Globetrotters, man.
It's the Harlem
for
Globetrotters.
kids.
Yeah. So OTE.
I think that. So how you think Rod Wave is bad basketball? I think OTE is bad basketball.
Really?
I think OTE has done a good thing where they created a structure and a platform for kids for another opportunity for kids. But I think it's. I don't even know how to explain it. I just don't think, like, the kids are very talented. They get some of the best athletes. They have some of the best coaches. They put kids in the perfect situation to succeed and to do things of that nature. I just think the way it's executed game-wise and things of that nature is just not the appropriate way.
Yeah.
The whole tournament style where they only play like the same it's like 8 teams and they play each other for like 6 months straight.
Yeah.
Things of that nature. Like, have you ever like turned the game on and watched it?
I don't think I've ever watched a full OTE game.
I've
no.
never watched a full OT game. I can't get past. Like, I'll turn it on for like a little bit, and I
Yeah.
just can't get past it because it's just not
Yeah.
good. It's more like it's AAU times 10.
Bro, that's why I don't watch the league anymore. Like, I don't even watch
the
NBA because
NBA
it's
's
just
not
it's a
that great.
lot of ISO ball and like targeting, and that's just how the game is now. I like watching college basketball just because of the competitive
You know,
aspect.
I fell
of
in
it.
love with watching the NBL.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to start watching that.
Just because they chuck a bunch of threes, right? But
Yeah.
they're super physical.
Uh-huh.
Like, super physical. The refs kind of let it play, and they're really it's a lot of talented guys over there.
I like watching the leagues where people don't feel like they've made it. Like
There's some dogs in
like
the
CEBL, like the Canadian
Yep.
Basketball League or whatever. It's like
Some
them
dogs,
dudes play
man.
hard,
Some
man.
dogs. There's some dogs in that.
Yeah.
In that,
Like, I like
same
watching
league.
G League games too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
mean,
started kind of watching G League a little bit.
like the talent level isn't the NBA, but it's the competitive
It's that
drive.
hunger. Yeah, it's that
Yeah.
hunger of I'm trying to obtain this goal, so I just got to push myself here.
Yeah.
It's that hunger is way different than the guy who's in the league making that $12 million. You good, regardless of what happens, you're gonna get your $12 million. I think the
Bro.
best way to fix the NBA is you win, you get paid.
Yeah.
You don't win, you don't get paid.
Ooh.
But you were gonna get, like, of
But
course.
what
of course you're doing it for a
about
living.
guys like LaMelo Ball who have never been to the playoffs, but they're all stars?
That's hard.
I know it's tough, man. Also, like me being well versed in the business side of the league. I understand like the revenue sharing, and I understand like the collective bargaining agreement. I understand how all that works.
No, they should get paid. So they should get paid. I think, like, of course, you're doing this for a living. You should be able to make a living off of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that when it comes to those who are making, example, $12 million a year, and you're losing games, I mean, I wouldn't pay somebody who's gonna lose.
Especially if you're the reason that you're losing the games. Like I look at certain guys in the league who get paid a lot of money. A lot of them are cancers, man.
I think that would make the NBA competitive. If win games, you gonna get your money. Win games, you get what you deserve. If you lose, you don't get what you deserve.
That would make Drew Holiday the highest paid player in the league. He has a 75% win percentage in the regular season in games that he plays.
And what does Drew do? He guards full court. He's a good teammate. He does the stuff we like to watch.
Offensive rebounds.
He does stuff we like to watch.
Killing Luka on offensive rebounds.
I'd rather watch Drew Holiday guard 94 feet and be a menace.
Facts.
And
Jaden
then
McDaniels.
Watch James Harden reach for the ball, dude blow by him, he get a floater. Or watch Luka guard. Oh my goodness.
Watching Luka guard makes me so
Luka
mad.
Guard.
I'm a huge Luka fan.
If they told Luka, you're not gonna get paid unless you guard, I bet Luka would get in the stance.
Yeah, Luka would get in the stands.
I bet he would get in the
sure.
stands. I bet they would get in the stands. I bet they would do the intangibles of stuff that has feathered away.
Yeah.
They would start doing the little stuff like guarding. It shouldn't wait till playoffs. We shouldn't have to all wait till playoffs to be like, oh, I'm gonna watch the NBA now because maybe they're gonna play for real.
Yeah, no, that I only turned it on during the playoffs.
I'm gonna watch the NBA now because they're gonna play for real.
Bro, you know how old we sound right now, bro?
I know, bro. It's like, I don't know.
We sound so old.
I used to love watching them. I used to like when I was a kid. I used to love watching the NBA. And you get older and you start hooping and you start getting realizing like, bro, these don't guard.
Yeah.
They don't guard. He gonna go for 30, which is exciting to watch. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's like not competitive basketball. Then I started watching the NBL, and they literally guard 94 feet the whole game. Everybody guards 94 feet. They pushing, shoving.
Yeah.
Like you don't want nobody to get injured, but it's just that competitive edge of what we all love. Why we do open gyms.
Right.
Why we compete. Why we fell in love with this game in the first place. Because you want to compete.
Man,
and I feel like sometimes they don't compete.
I think I'm at my happiest playing basketball when I'm playing in a really competitive pickup game. Like pickup game.
And in the moment you don't realize it because you so tensed up, so upset, and you try to compete. And then after you like, damn, that was good hoops.
Yeah.
That was good hoops.
No, and like you respect the dude across from you because he was trying to take your head off for 45 minutes straight. Yeah.
Trying to take your head off.
Yeah. And like obviously winning organized basketball and winning state championships, obviously like that's the best feeling I've ever felt playing basketball. But when I, because you know, as a hooper, you go through periods where you're just like, man, I don't know if I love this anymore. Like, I don't know if I love the game.
Exactly.
You go through periods like that. For me, when I start to realize, no, I really love the game of basketball,
when you're competing,
is when I'm competing in an open gym. One, I got to be hooping. If I'm not hitting shots, I'm not.
If you
but
hooping, if the dude across from you is hooping, and y'all both going, that's where you like. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, he hit a shot. Okay, I gotta come back and hit a shot.
Man.
It's just that's that euphoria. I feel like that's where you get that euphoria.
Yeah.
Of where it's just like this is why I fell in love with this game in the first place, because it's just opportunity to, at the bare minimum, compete.
Yeah.
Just compete.
So man, we're gonna talk about one more thing, and it's another hot topic. And I realize that people in the future probably won't value this episode very much because of how kind of trendy it is. But for right now, I gotta get another thing off my chest, man. This whole Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese thing.
I love Caitlin Clark. You don't
Bro,
like Caitlin?
No, I love Caitlin.
I love Angel too.
I like Angel because she's a pot stirrer. She's not a good basketball player, bro.
Angel?
She's not a good basketball player.
Have
you watched a full game?
No, I've watched. Look,
it's awful.
She's not that good, but she's a dog.
She's a dog in the sense that she has a dog mentality, and she's going to go after rebounds.
She does what she needs.
I don't want to see you missing 8 layups consecutively.
And then getting on rebound and going back up. She's stat pad.
Bro, she's not good enough to stat. No. You know who stat pads? LeBron. LeBron stat pads.
She's stat pad.
Luka does that. But I think they're good players. Angel Reese is not a good basketball player.
I think that Angel right now, what she's doing, she's averaging like a double-double.
Bro, that's the most BS double-double ever, bro.
She's averaging a double-double. She's growing as a basketball player. Mm-hmm. She definitely not the best. She barely can shoot. She's not that good.
No.
I think what separates her is her mentality.
She's terrible.
Of course, now if you just ask me at the base brim who's better, Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark.
Look, man, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Angel Reese said something the other day, and she was like, we're not just watching the WNBA because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. No. You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think BS. Why?
Okay.
I turned the game on. The reason we all fell in love with Steph Curry is because he gonna dribble across half court and pull his joker from the logo. Caitlin Clark does the same thing. I don't want to watch Angel Reese, who is 6'4" or however tall she is, and I don't want to watch her miss rebound putbacks for 48 minutes or however long their game is. I want to watch Caitlin Clark dribble off of a high ball screen action, step back, and pull this joker over her and talk a little trash as she's jogging down the court.
I agree with her in the sense of she is one of the reasons. Like I never watched women's basketball until Angel Reese got popular.
I agree.
Angel started blowing up because of her beef with Caitlin. And
For sure.
But I'll say this though. Watching Caitlin Clark hoop is one of the most exciting things that I've seen when they played each other.
Dude.
And she went for 30. That was probably that gave me 2015 Curry vibes.
My dad is the biggest hater of women's basketball in the
Curry
world.
Vibes.
And he said he loves Caitlin Clark.
That was Caitlin Clark. Watching her play is so exciting, especially when she was in
Bro.
college. It was so exciting to watch her play. And then to watch them match up, like I agree with what she's saying because she also brought a different genre to the league along with Caitlin Clark. So I think them together have definitely boosted. I think Caitlin Clark got them private flights though. Like she did.
Oh, for
she got
sure,
she
bro.
Got them PJs.
Braun said it best. He's
She
like,
got them PJs.
don't get it twisted. Like she's the reason a lot of great things are going to happen for the
She got them
WNBA.
PJs.
And now I agree. I do also agree with you though. I think Angel Reese is a huge reason why people are now watching the WNBA because she is a competitor. And we like that fire, and I want to see that. I want to see her get a technical foul. I want to see her do some Draymond stuff, bro.
Exactly.
Like I want to see her be like Draymond.
I seen a take on Caitlin. They said that the WNBA is doing Caitlin the wrong way. They said they should let her.
Why is
which
she
I
not on
agree.
Team USA?
I wouldn't even say Team USA. They said she should be on Team USA just for the marketing. Stephen A. Smith said that best. If you watch that thing.
No, I 100% agree.
They said Caitlin Clark. The WNBA should let Caitlin Clark rock out. Like y'all should be letting her get 30, because that's why we're watching it. I want to watch Caitlin Clark get 30.
And if any teammate has something to say about it, trade them.
They should let her get 30. Even the people competing against her, you should be like, all right, I'm gonna get her get some buckets. Feel me? And then once y'all are good, once y'all got the PJs, once y'all money right, once everything good, then y'all can be like, all right, she not nothing.
Look, bro, the way I see it, and I'm a numbers guy. I'm a business guy. I look at where the money goes. The Indiana Fever sell out almost every game that they play in. And they have a losing record. They're getting mollywopped in the WNBA. They are not the best team.
At all.
Caitlin Clark's not even the best player in the WNBA, I don't think. She's up there.
She's struggling.
She's struggling. She's not the best player.
Yeah, she's adjusting.
But where she goes, the money goes. And the WNBA needs the
money.
bread. So why is she not on Team USA? Why is she not the complete face of the WNBA? I mean, she's doing, for the WNBA, she's doing what Magic and Larry Bird did for the NBA back in their day. Because no one was watching it until Magic and Larry stepped in the league. She's doing, for the WNBA, what Magic and Larry did for the NBA back in their day.
I think once she got them private jets, that should have just been all. That should have just been the be all. Like, oh yeah, we need to get behind her.
Like,
We were just
you
riding
got these
commercial.
girls flying commercial.
They was riding Spirit.
Bro.
I think they was on Spirit.
Like, they're flying
that and
Spirit.
PJs.
Bro, I was flying Spirit to my 6th grade AAU tournament in
Surprised you made
Vegas.
it. Surprised you made it.
Bro, I fly Spirit, bro.
Oh.
I fly Spirit to
You
this
should
day.
stop.
I don't have
You're
like
Prince.
it, bro. As long as
Stop
I
flying.
get there in one piece.
Don't stop flying Spirit. Stop flying Spirit, man. Get on there. Get on Southwest, man. Get on man,
I mean,
stay off Spirit, man.
bro, American Airlines pissed me off, man, because I went to AthleteCon or whatever, and it took me like 3 days to get back. They kept canceling my flights and all this stuff.
And make
man,
sure
but
you safe. Spirit gonna put that plane up in there regardless.
I've never had any issues with Spirit personally. Now it feels like you're flying in a Sprite can, but it's all right, bro. It's cool. It's on flying on a budget, man.
Flying.
Put me in 36.
36.
Put me in
Window seat?
36C.
Window
No, I
seat?
like aisle seat, bro. I gotta have the room. Put me in 36C. I'm good. I'm
Got some
good.
flying Spirit, man. They had them on Spirit flights. Now they got PJs, and they complain about PJs. I don't know. I just only watch.
Like,
I literally only watch if Caitlin Clark playing. I'll watch her play. I don't think I've yet to turn on a Angel Reese game just because Angel Reese, like you said, is not as exciting as Caitlin. Angel Reese is not going to come across half court and launch it.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark will. But Angel Reese the dog. But once they play each other, I want to go when they played each other.
Well, you saw what I like about this whole narrative. It is so funny to me. What I like about the whole narrative is that it's Angel Reese's beef with Caitlin Clark, not Caitlin Clark's beef with Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark has no beef with Angel Reese, which is why I think
Angel Reese has beef with Caitlin. I think it's just
Angel Reese does have beef with Caitlin. You think it's
I don't think so. I think
you think it's a little bit of a race thing?
I think that it is, but not in the sense of like.
Oh, she's a white girl, like.
Yeah, I don't think it's a sense of she's a white girl. I think it's that Angel Reese is a very emotionally.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Open young lady, so it's very evident when she feels a certain type of way.
I agree.
So I think that the moment she says something, people are, because you're in a social media world, you're going to get clipped the moment you do this, and it turns into like a.
Well, half of this episode is just me saying controversial stuff to stir the pot.
Exactly. So it's just I think she gets clipped. I think she gets the mad black woman a lot.
Yeah.
I think she gets that a lot.
I hate that because I grew up here
Yeah.
in South Dallas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I see it. That's why I like Angel Reese. I do. I really do. I have zero beef with Angel. She deserves all of the money that she gets. She deserves all of the social media attention, positive and negative. And, I mean, I want nothing else but to see her do well. I mean, those are just my honest thoughts. I don't think she's that great of a basketball player, but
No, she's not that good.
she's when it comes to marketing and personal branding, I mean, she's a
she's
genius.
on top of that.
She's better than
she
Caitlin
paid.
when it comes to that stuff.
She's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, she gets paid. I mean, she's going to the Met Gala and then the next night she's playing.
Yeah, she's
Oh
paid.
yeah.
She's
Anyone who does that,
definitely built her brand up.
I can get behind anyone
She
who does
definitely
that.
built her brand up.
Yeah, man. But shoot, man, I appreciate you sliding out here, man,
Of course,
chopping it
man.
up with me.
Of course, man.
We're definitely gonna have you back on soon. Man, I hope you do well out there, man. Need you to have a good season so we can get on this grind together, man.
Gotta have 20.
Yeah, man. Shoot, you got anything else you want to say?
Nah, I just appreciate you having me on, man. I appreciate it.
My man. All right, man. So for all of you guys watching, make sure that you go follow my man DJ. Be posting clips very, very soon of everything. And, we talked about a lot of controversial stuff in this episode, so I hope you really enjoyed it. Make sure that you shoot us your thoughts on all this stuff, whether it be RWE or Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, whatever your thoughts are. Go ahead and shoot us a DM. All of the things that you guys have to say, I value that. I know he values that. So make sure that you guys stay tuned in to everything both of us have going on because we both got bright futures, whether it be basketball or anything else. And with all of that being said, whether you're on the court or you're on the sideline, go with God and always do your best. Peace.